the cubes, or when you get the cube root using the four figure. Four figure, most is the one that is recommended by the examiners. We have the four figure. That is 7 divisions. That's the one that most we do. We use. It can be used. We can get the cubes, especially in group 9, and also from 2 and from 3. And also get a bit of getting the cube root and the square root. So when you want to get the cubes of numbers, and you want to use mathematical four figure. Mathematical four figure is this one. So we must take on the numbers. For example, we have the numbers here that we want to evaluate. Evaluate the following using mathematical table. That is 3.918 cube. Then also we have 2.99 cube. Then we have 36. We have 1945.6. Then we have 0.47. Then we also have 0.0376. So for us to get the cube root and the cubes, we must first of all change the numbers in the standard form, because if we look at the cube root, we find that it is reaching 9.9. So meaning we start from 1.0 to 9.9. So therefore we don't have a number. For example, we have 36. There is no 36 that we get what? It's cubed. So we must write it in standard form. What is standard form? Standard form is writing a number that is more than 1 but less than 10. So 3.918 is a number that is more than what? More than 1, but you can find that it is less than what? Less than 10. You get that? Yes. But when you have 36 is more than 10, at the same time it is more than 1. So we must change this one to a number that is less than 10 but more than 1. That is what we call the standard form. So we can start with, for example, if you want to get the cube of 3.918. You want to get its cube. You want to get the cube of 3.918. You want to get the cube of this number. So what can we do? This one can just go direct. If you go to the mathematical table, it is divided into 3 parts. The first part is given by x and is having a very narrow line. Then we have the one that starts from 0. So 0 up to 9. Then from the other one, it starts from 1. The other part, the third part, starts from 1 up to 9. But on top of it, it is written the word r. It is written the word r. So when you want to get the cube of a number, for example, 3.918, then we start with the first one. For us to get this same as the cube of 3.9. So we just go under there where they have written x. We go and check where there is 3.9. 1.0, 1.2. So we go along that line and we'll see where it's written 3.9. So when you go 3.9, then 3.9 we go under 1, which is here. So 3.9 help us in the first line. Then the second part we get the third digit here, which is 1. So you go and read where from 0 we have 1 here. So in line with that, to come and check across, coming horizontally, then vertically upward. You see, look where there is 1. So in our case, 3.9 9 we have gone to it. Then we go to what? We go to 1. So what will we get under 1? So if we go to the mathematical table, we'll get this. So we have the cubes. So when under the cubes we have 1.0 where there is written x, 1.1, 1.2, 1.3. So we go up to where there is 3.9. So we will see 3.9 somewhere here. So under 3.9 we go under 1. So the first one is 59. That is under 0. So 39.0. Then 39.1 is this one, whereby horizontally it is 59.78. Then that is if you go upward, vertically upward, you'll get 1 there. So we have 39.1, which is 59.78. So we have 59.78. Then we are finished with this one. We go to this one, the 8 one. So the 8, when you want to get the cube, we go now to the third part, which is starting from 1 up to 9. So from there we go. We check now under which number? Under which 9. And under 9, we have here the word add. So we're just going to add the number that we get under that 8. So under 8 on the third space, we just go the way we started. So we started from 3.9. We went under 1, which is 59.78. So we go straight. We are finished with that part. We go to the other part straight. So we go up to where there is 8. So we have this one 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And under 8, if you look at it, it is 37. When you go upward here, you'll find this 8. So we go, we get that is 37. So that 37, here it is written add. So we just add it here direct. 37. We add, then we get the answer 8.7. 8 plus 7, put the answer 15. So we write 5, 31. 7 plus 3 is 10. 10 plus 1, we get 11. Then we write the point there. Then we add, we carried 1, or we regrouped 1 to be now in the part of the whole number. So 1 plus 9, it is 10. So we write 0, again we regroup 1. So 1 plus 5, we get 6. Therefore, our answer for the cube root of 3.918 is supposed to be 60.15. So that is the cube of the 3.918. We can get it as well. Now, what about when we have a number which is more than, for example, we have 36. We want to get 36, we want to get the cube using the mathematical table. If you look at the column of x, it is not, we don't have 36. So therefore, we are going to write it in standard form. Standard form, how can we write it? We write this number in more than 1 but less than 10. So we're going to write 36 in standard form. We are going to put the point here because it's 36. It is more than 10. So therefore, we take this point backward one step. When we bring it here, now it becomes 3.6. So 3.6, we have got it now, which is more than 1 but less than 10. So it is not just that, so it is 3.6. Now, because this one is not this number, it's not 36. So for it to be 36, we multiply by 10. And how many times did we go backward? Or did we go backward? We went how many times? 1 time. So we go 1. So we write that 1 as the power. So here is where we have a bit trick, but we can as well do what? As well, work it out. How do we work it out? We just get the cube of this one. So cube of this one, we are going to use our table. But this one, we can use our mind to get it. We can use our brain to get this one. Like we can get its what? Its cube. So when we get the cube of 10, when a number is placed to a power, again, that number is placed to a power, we multiply the powers. So this is the same as 3.6 cube times 10. 3 times 1, we come up with power 3. So therefore, we have 3.6. We go to our table. We look where there is 3.6. And our table, we are going to look under 3.6. And this 3.6 alone, there is no the third number and the fourth number. So we are just going to look under 0. So we go to our table. We go to our table and look from 1.0. We go up to where there is 3.6. So we have 3.6. 3.6 under 0, it is 46.66. It is 46 point. We go get it 46.66. So that is the cube of 3.6 under 0. So this one, it is just the number that is, now we don't need to go there. We just write 10 times 10 times 10 3 times. So 10 times 10 times 10 3 times will give us what? 1,000. So we have our answer here to be 46.66 times 10 cube will be 10 times 10 times 10. It is the same as what? 1,000. So 1,000, when we have multiplied by decimal number, we can cancel 0. We move the point a bit ahead, 1 step. Another one step. So we have 4666 times 10. Therefore, we'll have our answer to be what? 4666. Then we put that 0 here. So we'll get our cube of that number. Cube means we multiply this number by itself 3 times. We multiply that number 3 times, the number by itself 3 times. And that is how we can get it.